everyone. So I wanted to put out an episode. I know I've missed a few weeks. Where we left off, I was going on a little adventure. I was going to Atlanta. It was the start of my Mastering My Magical Moment series, and it did not happen. So this is still going to be the start of my Mastering My Magical Moment series, because things don't always go as you intend for them to go. They don't always go as planned, and you have to go with the flow. And I want to capture everything, not only the good moments, but also the moments where I need to surrender and just go with the flow. And that's kind of what happened um last week. Yes, last Friday. Everything feels like a blur. Last Friday, so I had planned to go to Atlanta, as I said, and I was going to do this quantum bed Reiki session with a good friend of mine. Her name is April Curry. I'll put her link down in the description. I did do it, but I did it virtually instead of doing it in person. I really wanted to go and experience everything in person. It did not happen, but it's okay. It's going to happen. It will. It just did not happen at that moment, and that's quite okay. Everything just started kind of not going so well, and I ended up saying I'm not going. By Friday morning, I said, everything's not falling into place as much as I would like it to. So I'm just going to opt out and stay home and try to find a magical moment at home. Well, I stayed home and I got very ill. So it was a good thing I didn't go on my trip, because Friday night into Saturday, even up until Monday, I was really just not myself. I was throwing up, amongst other things. I'll spare you the gory details, but I was releasing. I know I needed to release. I was very emotional. I was emotional Thursday because I just knew, even though I was holding out hope, I knew intuitively, I knew that I wasn't going to go on the trip. So I was emotional. I was disappointed, And as positive as I want to be, you also have to give space for your feelings and feel all the things and make sure that, you're acknowledging your feelings. You can't hide them. So I was disappointed and I was emotional. And then even Friday morning, I woke up, I was very emotional, more emotional than I thought I would be. So I knew that I was just releasing some things, and it was like right before the new moon, and I just knew, like, I was releasing. And then I had my virtual Reiki session with April, and then after the Reiki session with April, energetically, I felt a little better. I felt a little lighter, but then feeling lighter, my stomach started hurting, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And I was like, whatever. So my stomach was hurting on and off, throughout the day. We had that Reiki session at like 2 in the afternoon, and then just on and off up until about 7 or 8 o'clock. And that's when things took a turn, and I got very ill. I got very ill. So I spent the weekend going internal, and just dealing, one, with my emotions, and two, with being, and I just said maybe I needed to rest. As much as I wanted to go on this little adventure, I need to rest. So I did that. I rested, and I didn't go on social media. I didn't record anything. I didn't, I just rested, and I needed it. So that was my magical moment for me, was the rest that I not only need but deserve, because I tend to work a lot, whether it's my full-time job, whether it's my side business, whether it's doing the podcast. And I love doing the podcast. I don't even consider the podcast work, really, but I'm always doing something. And that weekend I did nothing. I didn't have a choice. I was in bed. I didn't have a choice. I didn't do anything, but it felt really, really good. So that was me mastering my magical moment. And that's how I kind of started this series, is by rest. You really have to find your magical moment where you can. It's not about jet setting as much as I want to. I have the travel bug. I want to go here, there, and everywhere. As much as I want to, it's not about jet setting. It's about finding your moment where you can, whether that's 5 minutes in the morning to yourself while drink a cup of tea or coffee, or do yoga, whether it's going to the gym and working out, whatever magical moments mean for you, you really have to find it and grab hold. And that's what I did. And then also today, as you can see, I'm all dressed up. I am going to an adult prom, and I'll show you my dress. I really like it. Here's my dress. Here's what I'm wearing. I don't have my shoes on yet. I don't have my shoes on, but this is the fit. This is what I'm wearing. This is the fit. So I'm gonna just go and have some fun and, see where the night takes me, and meet new people and have experiences. And it's close to home. Like I said, do what you can, whether it's taking a walk at the botanical gardens, because that's another thing I want to do, but it's kind of cold. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that. It's a little chilly. It's like 63 right now, but the past few days it's been frigid. It is November. Even though I live in the South, it is November, so it's been a little cold, and I haven't been able to go out and walk and do what I want to do, get into nature, even though I'm also allergic to nature. Whole thing. But find your magical moment. That's all I really came to say, and to keep everyone updated, and just to let you know that although things don't work out the way that you want them to, they always work out the way that they should. I could not imagine being on the road and traveling and being so sick. So again, things work out the way they're supposed to. But that is it. That's my quick little thing. I have to go put my shoes on. I have to, go get ready, go meet the girls, and maybe I'll record again and merge these two together of, how the night went. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So talk soon. As you can see, I'm not so dressed up anymore. It's been a few days, not very long. We'll say Tuesday. I went on Saturday. So I had a great time. It was so much fun, and I met some really good people. It took me, a day and a half to recoup. That could be due to age. Guys, I'm not that old, but my body reminded me I am not in college anymore. So it took me a bit to recoup, but I had fun. I would totally do it again. And my experiences. So I met, some really good women. I met two of them, online, and we decided to go together, and we went together. We had a blast. And then I met one of them there. Although I didn't quite get her name. So I don't know if I'll ever see her again. Who knows what the future has in store. But the others that I met online, we had a great time, and they really like traveling just like I do. See, that you have to make connections and meet people. So we are planning a trip. Funny how that works, right? We are planning a trip. So more to come on that. It's going to be great. It really is. I'll plan, see what's in store, and then whatever the universe has for me, I'll go with the flow as usual, right? But I had a good time, and I'm glad I went. I'm glad I met people. I'm glad I got out of my comfort zone, and I'm glad that I just took that moment for myself. That was another one of my magical moments. Just having the space to be free, really. That's what it's all about, right? So, as we get older, we become adults, we tend to worry about work and bills and kids, spouses, whatever have you. And we kind of forget about ourselves. We kind of forget to have fun. We kind of forget to take those moments, those magical moments that makes us us, and really be ourselves instead of being mother, instead of being wife, instead of being, sister, whatever. We forget who, and I'll just use myself as an example. We forget, or I forget, who Carla really is. So when we take those moments to just go out and have fun and let loose and be free, we reconnect with ourselves. I reconnected with Carla and who Carla is and how Carla likes to have fun. So my voice was so hoarse. I was singing at the top of my lungs and dancing the night away, and it was great. So don't forget to be free. Don't forget to be you. And as always, start with gratitude, end with love, and find your magical moment. And I'll see you next time.